Hello Sunlight Yoga family, and welcome to the virtual studio. Today I'll be guiding you through an energy flow. And again, as usual, I just want to remind everyone that this is your practice. So whatever pose is working for you today, go ahead and move through it. But if it's not, please respect what your body is telling you and modify as needed. And I will definitely providing options in different levels. If you know something different that you want to do, or whatever is going to work best for you, so just make sure you do that as well. And I have with me a strap, but if you have a towel, that will work just as fine for this practice today, but recommend having one of those. I also have an eye pillow, but you can also at home just have like a warm washcloth or a cold washcloth, depending on the temperature of wherever you're practicing and whatever you prefer, just to use in the final resting posture at the end of class. All right, I think that's it. Let's get started. So we're just gonna start out in child's pose here. So bring your knees out wide, big toes together, and sink your hips to your heels, and let your arms come out long in front of you. We're just gonna hold this posture as you get grounded. So all you have to do is just breathe. And gently make your way into an all-four position. So have your knees directly beneath your hips, your hands directly beneath your shoulders. We're gonna move through cat and cow pose here. So on an inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin and chest, look up. Then exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, come into your cow, drop the belly. Exhale, cat, round the back. Let your breath guide the movement. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And inhale, just come to our neutral spine. And then we're going to swing our right leg over towards the right. And we're going to bring that left foot to the back of the mat. And then bring that left arm up towards the sky. Just gaze up at those fingertips. Maybe lift that back leg up. Flex the toes towards your face. Breathe here. On an inhale, imagine someone's lifting you up through that hand and pulling that foot over. You're just gonna come up to standing, extending the leg, extending the arms, and then just bring that left hand down the left leg, right arm over the right ear. Just maybe gaze up at your elbow. exhale, come back through center. So you can keep this leg extended, or you can bring it back to meet your other knee. We're just gonna come into a thread the needle pose. So bring both hands down, bring your right arm up, and exhale, thread it underneath the left, drop your right ear, right shoulder. And again, this leg can come meet your other leg if it needs to. Maybe that left hand reaches over towards the right. Maybe it reaches behind you and grabs the right thigh. If that left hand isn't next to your face already, just bringing it back down. Then use that to help lift you up. Bring the right arm back up. Then exhale, release. Inhale, stand back up. Then come back to your all four position. So I'm going to turn around so my back isn't facing you while we do the other side. So this time we're going to swing our left leg over towards the left. Bring the right foot to the back of the mat. Press the pinky toes into the earth. And bring that right arm up. Just gaze up at that hand. Stay here. If you want a little bit more, bring that right leg up. Flex the toes towards your face. And then on an inhale, you're gonna lift yourself up, extending the leg, extending the arms. And then just go ahead and bring that right hand down the right leg. Left arm comes towards your left ear. Open up through that left side body. And just gaze up at that elbow. Inhale, come back up. Keep this leg extended, or bring that right knee to meet your left knee. Just go ahead and bring your hands down. Go ahead and extend that left arm up. Then exhale, thread it underneath the right, dropping your left ear, left shoulder. Maybe that right hand can stay where it is, or maybe it reaches over towards the left. Or maybe it reaches around and grabs that left thigh. To your face, lift yourself back up, and then reach that left arm up. Exhale, bring it down, then inhale, come back up to standing. Good. So let's come back to the front of our mats in an all four position. Go ahead and tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. You can walk your dog here, bending one knee and straightening the other, going back and forth. Just where your feet are if you need to. Press all 10 fingers into the earth. Go ahead and relax here, find some stillness. Nice long spine. Lift the hips up as high as you can. Try to reach the heels towards the earth. If they don't get there today, that's okay. And inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, both feet come to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Just let your head hang heavy here. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Have a little bend in the knees. And just sway side to side if that feels good. And go ahead and release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Look up, inhale, reverse swan dive up, leading with the back of the heart. Hands reach towards the sky, and then exhale, hands to heart center. We're gonna move through our sun salutations here. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward, leading with the heart, hinging at the hips, fold in half. Have a little bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Shine your heart forward, shoulders back. Exhale, plant the hands, make your way into plank. Let's all go ahead and just drop our knees here to start. Rock slightly forward, lower halfway down. Your shoulders should not go below your elbows. And then drop your chest to the earth. Release, have the toes press into the mat. And then inhale, cobra. So squeeze those elbows in, draw your shoulders back. Imagine there's a string in between your shoulder blades that's lifting you up. Exhale, release. Come through plank or through all four position and make your way into downward facing dog. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, step or walk to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's try that again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward, fold in half. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Make your way into plank. This time you can keep your knees lifted here. Rock slightly forward, lower halfway down. Again, shoulders don't go below your elbows. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Upward facing dog, tops the feet press, knees lift off the earth, chest up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, step or walk to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Look up, inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, make your way into plank, knees up or down, lower down, chaturanga. If your knees are up, don't come all the way to your belly to protect your shoulders. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, step or walk to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Look up, inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more, inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, make your way into plank, lower down. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, step or walk to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Look up, inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, you're gonna step your foot, come out wide here, step your feet out wide. Have your toes turn slightly in or make sure they're parallel. Go ahead and clasp your hands behind your back or grab a strap if you need it as well, especially if you're tight or strong in those shoulders. Then exhale, you're gonna fold forward and let those arms come up and over your head. Breathing here. A little micro bend in those knees or a big bend in the knees, whatever you need. Go ahead and release those arms. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, you're gonna walk your hands over towards the right. You're gonna come onto the ball of the right foot, heel of the left foot. Inhale, hands to heart center, or keep your hands down, whatever feels more comfortable for you. The hips sink low. And then as you exhale, come back through center and go over towards the left. So come onto the ball of the left foot, heel of the right foot. Keep your hands where they are, and maybe bring your hands to heart center, finding some balance. Either way, let your hips sink low. Then exhale, come back through center. Inhale, halfway lift, long flat spine. Exhale, fold, bend the knees deeply, and then inhale, come back up, long flat spine. Good, then from here, we're gonna come into warrior two. So you're gonna point the right toes towards the top of the mat, bend that right knee directly over the right ankle. You might need to move the left foot back slightly. Shoulders over your hips. Just gaze over that right middle finger. Breathing here. Maybe that right knee is moving slightly over. You should be able to see your big toe inside that right knee. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Bring that left hand down the left leg, right arm next to your right ear. Get a nice side stretch here. Don't put too much pressure in the low back. It's more of a side stretch than a back bend. On your next exhale, your right elbow is going to come towards your right thigh. Left arm comes out in front of your face, then over your ears. You open your heart up towards the sky, side angle. Try not to collapse too much into that right arm, but lift yourself up using that side core. Then come into a triangle pose. You're going to straighten that right leg. Bring that left arm up towards the sky. Right hand comes to your shin or ankle. You want to stay up as high as you can, because you really want to stay lifted and trying to keep opening that heart up towards the sky. Lots of space in that right side body. From here, inhale, reverse your triangle. So you're going to bring that left hand back down the left leg, right arm next to your right ear. Then inhale, bring your arms back up, a little bend in that right knee. So bring both toes or both feet parallel. Maybe even turn slightly in. Again, clasp your hands behind your back. If you were able to clasp your hands before, maybe find the weird thumb on top. Inhale, puff up the chest. And then exhale, forward fold. Arms come up and over your head. Again, use a strap or a towel if you need it. Micro bend in those knees. Head heavy. Go ahead and release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, you're gonna walk your hands over towards the left. Come onto the ball of the left foot, heel of the right foot. Keep your hands as they are, maybe bring them to heart center. Hold here. And exhale, come back through center, go towards the other side. Come onto the ball of the right foot, heel of the left. Stay here, or maybe bring your hands to heart center. Exhale, come back through center. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in half, bend the knees deeply. And then inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, warrior two on that left side. So bring the left toes to point towards the front of the mat. Bend the knee directly over the ankle. Adjust that right foot back if you need to. Make sure you're nice wide stance. Shoulders over the hips. Maybe that knee is opening up over towards the left so you can see your big toe inside that knee. Gaze over that left middle finger. Breathe here. Inhale, reverse your warrior. So you're going to bring your right hand down your right leg, left arm next to your left ear. Open up through the left side body. Exhale, side angle. Left elbow to left thigh. Right arm comes out in front of your face and over your ears. You open your chest up towards the sky. Gaze up. Try not to collapse into that left elbow. Triangle pose, straight in that left leg. Left hand comes down the left leg, reaching your shin, maybe your ankle. Right arm up towards the sky. You want to keep opening your heart up towards the ceiling. Inhale, reverse your triangle. So you're going to rise up, bring the right hand down the right leg, left arm next to your left ear. And then inhale, bring the arms wide. We're going to come into star pose here. So we're going to move through that sequence again, adding on and also linking our breath with our movement, moving a little bit quicker, coming into more of a flow. So inhale, reach the arms up, toes turned out. And then exhale, you're going to bend the knees, bend at the elbows. Bring your thumb and your pointer finger together, goddess pose. Hold here. Belly in. Try to get your tailbone tucked under. Your shoulder should be above your hips. Make sure you're breathing. And then inhale, reach those arms up. Turn the toes in. Then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands over towards the right. Come onto the ball of the right foot, heel of the left. Stay here, or maybe hands come to heart center on inhale. Exhale, come back through center. Switch sides. Come onto the ball of the left foot, heel of the right. Inhale here. Exhale, come through center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees deeply. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, warrior two over on the right. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, triangle. Exhale, take a breath here. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Listen closely here. As you exhale, look at that left foot. You're going to pivot your feet so you're facing the other side of the mat. You're going to bring your right hand down, left arm high as you come onto the ball of the right foot. Lunge twist. Breathing here, gaze up. From here, we're going to come into side plank. So you can do what we did earlier with your knee down, or keep that knee lifted. So come onto the pinky toe side of that right foot. Left foot comes in front or on top of the right. Breathe here. Lift those hips. You can gaze up or down.
Exhale, make your way into plank. Hold here. Press those heels back, belly in, crown of the head reaches forward. Come into forearm plank, lower down. Breathe here. Come back into your plank. Lower down, chaturanga, knees lifted or up. Elbows in, inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, step or walk to the front of, or the back of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come into your malasana. So bring your toes out wide, maybe have your feet a little bit wider than hips width, and sink your hips low. Nice long spine as you bring your hands to heart center. Use your elbows to help press the knees away. It's okay if your heels are up here. They can be up or down. But so from here, we're going to bring our left hand over towards the left. I'm actually going to come and face you so you can maybe see me a little bit better. Good. And then bring your right arm up towards the sky. Stay here or come into a bind. Your right thumb is going to point down, palm towards the back. And you're going to bring, your left thumb down, palm towards the back. Bring it behind you and grab your back hip. And then this hand can reach back. Maybe you can grab hands with yourself. Inhale, bring your hands to heart center. Let's go towards the other side. So you're gonna bring your right hand over towards the right, left arm up. Maybe come into the bind. So your right thumb points down, palm faces back. Bring it behind you, grab your back hip if you can, and maybe that upper hand reaches back, and you can grab hands with yourself. Gaze up. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Look up. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. So we're going to come into, so if you're at the front of your mat, you're going to open up, turn those toes out. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, come back into your goddess pose. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, turn the toes in, hands through, come through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, this time you're gonna come over towards the left. Once the ball of the left foot, heel of the right. Inhale here. Exhale, switch to the other side. Follow that right foot, heel of the left. Inhale, come through center. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, come all the way up, bend the knees. Then exhale, warrior two on the left. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, triangle. Take an exhale here. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Then exhale, look at that right foot. Pivot the feet so you're facing the other side. You're gonna bring your left hand down, right arm up as you come onto the ball of that left foot. Lunge twist, hold here. From here, we're gonna come into our side plank. So you can drop your knee down like we did at the beginning of our practice or keep it lifted. You're gonna come onto the heel of that left foot. Right foot comes in front of the left or on top. Lift the hips, gaze up or down. Make your way into plank, hold here. Heels back, crown of the head forward. Belly in. Come into your forearm plank, hold here. And inhale, come back into plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, step or walk to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come into your Malasana. Toes turn out, maybe feet a little bit wider than hips width. Sink your hips low. Breathe here. Long spine. Again, if your heels are coming up here, that's okay. Then go ahead and bring your right arm over towards the right. Bring that left arm up. Then come into the bind here if you need to. Inhale, come back through center. And then this time you're gonna bring your left arm over towards the left, right arm up. Maybe come into the bind if it's there for you. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. From here, press all 10 toes into the earth. Maybe see if you can lift your big toes all by themselves without lifting the little toes. Something you can practice at home that's really good for your feet muscles. Peace fingers wrap around the big toes, relax the big toes, you hold on. Have a nice bend in your knees. Bend your knees as much as you need to get a hold of those toes. Bend the knees, have a little micro bend in the knees for sure. Let your elbows come wide as the crown of the head reaches closer towards the earth. Alright, we're going to stay in forward fold, just adjusting our hands a little bit. So you're going to point your fingertips towards your ankles. Again, bend your knees as much as you need to here. We're going to bring our hands, palms face up, underneath our feet. So you want to be able to have your toes touching your wrists. Use your toes, massage your wrist here. Again, let the elbows come wide if you need to go a little bit deeper. Go ahead and release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Lift up. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Open up wide on the mat. Turn those toes out. Inhale, bring those arms up. Then exhale, come back into your goddess pose. Sink the hips low, bend at the elbows. Maybe lift that right leg up. Or right heel up. And bring that down, lift the left leg, the left heel up. And go ahead and release. Inhale, reach those arms up, turn the toes in. Exhale, come through center, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come over to the right. Maybe bring your hands to heart center. Exhale, come over towards the left. Maybe bring your hands to heart center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees deeply. Inhale, come up. Exhale, warrior two on the right side. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, triangle. Exhale, take a breath here. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Look down, exhale, pivot the feet towards the other side of the mat. Right hand down, left arm high, come to the ball of that right foot. Coming into your side plank here. Find whatever version works for you. Maybe you want to come into a little bit more advanced version. You can lift that top leg. Maybe you can bring the knee towards your chest. Your two-piece fingers can wrap around the big toe. And straighten that leg. Go ahead and release. Inhale, plank and hold. Come into your forearm plank, hold. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, separate walk to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come into your malasana. Yogi squat. I'm going to turn to face you guys. So you can stay here in just your yogi squat. Or you can come into your crow pose if that's in your practice. So you can place your hands onto the earth, shoulder widths apart. And you're going to lift your hips up and you're going to try to get your knees into your armpits. So really bend at the elbows. Come onto your toes. Have a nice little bend in the elbows. Make a shelf for yourself. Then work on lifting one foot. And work on maybe lifting the other. And work on lifting both feet, bringing the toes together. Breathe here. Lift your chest, look forward. When you're ready, come back down. Inhale, hands to heart center. Good. And then from here, we're gonna bring our left arm over towards the left. So this is where we're gonna add on a little bit more. And bring that right arm out. Come into your bind if you need to, or if it's there for you today. Then go ahead and open back up. So from here, keep extending that left hand over towards the left. Bring that right hand to your right hip. You're gonna come into so kind of bring weight into the hand as you lift that right leg up, coming into your half moon pose. So you're really trying to stack your shoulders on top of each other, stack your hips. Maybe that right arm lifts up. Maybe bring your right hand to heart center. Maybe bring your left hand to heart center. Breathe here. And wherever you are, you have one side that's better than the other. You're going to come back into your yogi squat. Breathe here. All right, so let's come to the other side. So right hand extends over towards the right, left arm up. Maybe come into the bind here. Breathe. From here, if you're not in the bind, go ahead and just put that right arm underneath the left. So kind of make a hook underneath your thigh here. And then from here, you're gonna come onto the ball of that right foot, that left foot underneath you. Using your core, lift the hips. Lift your hips up as high as you can. And then you're gonna bring that right knee into your chest. Breathing here. And then go ahead and release. Coming back into your yogi squat. Then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Look up, inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's come to the other side. So just come up, bring your feet wide, arms out wide, toes point out. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, come into your goddess pose. This time, let's start with that left foot. Coming onto the ball of the left foot, breathe here. And then switch sides. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Go ahead and release. Inhale, reach those arms up, turn the toes in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands over towards the right. Come onto the ball of the right foot, heel to the left. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, switch sides. Inhale here. Exhale, come through center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees deeply. Inhale, make your way up. Exhale, warrior two on the left side. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, triangle. Take an exhale here. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Look at that back foot. Exhale, pivot the toes. Left hand down, right arm up. Come into your side plank, find your version. Maybe add a little bit more by lifting that top leg. Maybe bring the knee towards your armpit. Maybe the fingers can wrap around the big toe. And you can lengthen that leg. Inhale, come through plank. Hold here. Come into your forearm plank. Hold here. Come back up. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, step or walk to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come into your yogi squat. I'm gonna move to face the camera here, face you guys. Stay here. We're gonna come into your crow pose. Plant the hands so they're shoulder widths apart. Lift the knees up into your armpits, bend at the elbows, creating a shelf for yourself. And then maybe work on lifting one foot at a time or both feet at a time. Lift up through the chest, look forward. Release whenever you're ready. Inhale, yogi squat. And let's start by bringing our right hand over towards the right, left arm up. Come into the bind here. if it's there for you. Inhale, open up. And then come into your half moon pose. So you're gonna bring that right hand as far over towards the right as you can. And then you're gonna bring your weight into that right leg as you lift the left leg up. Maybe this hand is on your hip. Maybe it's lifted towards the sky. Flex the toes. Work on stacking shoulders and stacking hips. Maybe that left hand comes to your heart. Maybe it's met by the right hand. And come back into your yogi squat. Good, other side. Left arm over towards the left. Right arm up. Maybe come into the bind. And everything is optional here. So again, if you're not in the bind here, you're just gonna bring that left arm underneath the thigh, kind of create a hook for yourself. Good. Okay, so we're gonna come onto the ball of that left foot, bring that right foot underneath you, lift those hips, keep squeezing your arms around the leg, and make your way up. This is called garland pose. Find a spot for that isn't moving, that really helps when you're balancing. Focus on that spot. And go ahead and release. Make your way back into your yogi squat. Take a breath in here. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. So at the top of your mat, we're gonna move through one more vinyasa here. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, make your way into plank. Lower down. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale that right leg high. Exhale, you're gonna bring it outside of the right hand. Drop that left knee down, coming into your lizard lunge. So you can stay here if this feels good. If you want a little bit more, again, listen to what your body wants. You can lower down slightly. Maybe your elbows can reach the earth. Find whatever feels good for you. Maybe this leg can roll over onto the pinky edge and open up a little bit more. And you're gonna come back onto your hands if you're not already there. And you're just gonna come onto the ball of that left foot. And that left ankle is gonna meet the right ankle. So I'm gonna turn to face you guys. Good. And then from here, so we're gonna come into a little bit more of a challenging pose. So I'll provide options, so just make sure you're listening to what your body wants in the moment. So if you're good where you're at, you're good. And if you do want to challenge, take the challenge, providing that, all those options. So you're just gonna bring your lower leg as if it's like a baby. Just gonna rock it side to side. Just have it in between your elbows. Working out those hips. Now we're gonna make circles here.
reverse the circles. Good, and then we're gonna come into kind of a bow and arrow pose. So you're gonna bring the knee underneath your armpit, bring it as far back as you can, and then bring it as far forward and up as you can. With each iteration, you go a little bit farther, a little bit higher. Your last one, you're gonna stay here if you'd like, and this is crane pose. Okay, so stay here. This is our level 1 option. Level 2, we're gonna bring it back. And if you can bring the leg on top of your shoulder, or maybe even the upper arm, good for you, great. All right, then from here, peace fingers are gonna wrap around your big toe. Okay, if you're good here, you're good here. If you want a little bit more, feeling adventurous, you're gonna bring that right hand all the way over towards the right until you can't reach any farther. You wanna make sure that this hip is staying on the earth here. And then maybe work on straightening that leg, gaze up, coming into compass pose. Breathing here. Go ahead and release. Make your way out of it. Check out your shoulders. Bring your legs up towards the sky. Bicycle them out. And then just make your way back into downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg high. Exhale, left foot comes outside of the left hand. Drop the back knee down, untuck the toes. Again, come into your lizard lunge. Stay here. Or maybe if you can go a little bit lower, maybe your elbows can reach the earth. Maybe you can roll over onto the pinky toe edge of that left foot. Breathe here. To your palms if you're not already there. Towards the ball of that right foot. Right ankle meets the left heel. Good. And I'm just going to turn so you can see me. Again, let's work out those hips here. So that lower leg is going to come in the crooks of your elbows. And just rock it side to side. Circles here. I'm going to switch directions. All right, then we're going to come into this bow and arrow or saw pose. So you're just going to bring your knee into your armpit, bring it back as far as you can, and then bring it up as far as you can. With each iteration, maybe you get a little bit farther back and a little bit higher. All right, you can stay here in crane pose, lengthening the leg. Or we're going to come back into that compass pose, or at least prepare for it. Again, maybe you can always only do the first couple of steps, and you're just working towards it. It's a practice. So maybe you're bringing that left arm onto your shoulder or upper arm. 2 peace fingers wrap around the big toe. You're going to drop that left hand over towards left. Just let it kind of fall over. Just make sure until your hips start to come off the earth.
Maybe you just stay here. Maybe you work on extending that leg. Gaze up. And release, bend the knee, same way you came into it. Go ahead and shake out those shoulders, bring the hands behind you, roll out the legs, bring them up, whatever feels good. Good. And then from here, we're gonna come all the way down onto our backs. We're gonna start with a bridge pose here. So just have your heels just close enough to your hips that you can barely touch your heels with your fingertips. Press your hands into the earth, press your low back into the earth. And on an inhale, lift the hips. Have enough space in between your chin and your chest. No pressure on the neck. Just feel some weight on those shoulders a little bit and on the back of the head. Clasp your hands on behind your back if that's there for you. If you want to go a little bit higher, just bring your shoulder blades underneath you. Go ahead and release one vertebrae at a time. And let's wind show over the legs from side to side. Good, then go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. Now let's do one more bridge pose, or maybe you can try wheel. So you can come straight into your bridge pose here, and I'll guide you through your wheel. So to come into wheel pose, you're gonna place your hands by your shoulders, so fingertips point towards your shoulders, elbows up, feet hips width apart, lift the hips, come onto the crown of your head, and then work on straightening your arms. And to come out of the pose, bring your chin to your chest, lower down one vertebrae at a time. Nice and easy. And then just windshield over the legs from side to side. Come back through center. Bring your knees into your chest. From here, we're going to come into happy baby pose. So you're going to grab the outsides of your feet. Bring the soles of your feet towards the sky. And then you're just trying to bring your knees into your armpits. Again, you're aiming for all of those things. And you're trying to get your low back pressing into the earth. Maybe rock side to side if that feels good. Good, come back through center. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Good. So I'm going to turn this way so you can see the next posture we're going to come into. So from here, you're going to bring so we're going to have two options here. So you can bring your right ankle over your left knee, and you can grab the back of that left thigh. Flex both feet here. Maybe that right elbow presses into the right knee. Or you can come into reclined cow face pose. You're going to put both knees on top of that right knee on top of the left. You're going to reach for your feet. If this isn't working for you, come back into that figure four position. You're just going to bring the legs towards you. Maybe lift the feet a little bit closer towards your face. And then from here, we're gonna come into a twist. So wherever your legs are, you can just keep them as is. Bring your arms out wide, and then just let the legs fall over towards the left. So wherever they are, just let them fall. And of course, adjust your legs here if you need to, if this isn't feeling quite right. Just gaze over that right shoulder. Then come back through center, and let's switch sides here. So this time your right ankle is going to come, your left ankle is going to come on top of the right knee. Grab the back of the right leg, flex both feet, or stack your left knee on top of the right, reach for your feet, and bring them towards your face as you bring the legs closer towards you. Breathe here. We're going to come into the twist here. So wherever your legs are, bring your arms out wide, and then just let the legs fall over towards the right. And then gaze over that left shoulder, close the eyes. Back through center. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. And prepare for Shavasana. So grab something if you want to cover your eyes. You don't have to cover your eyes. Just come all the way down to your back. Bring your arms by your side, palms face up. Let your feet splay out wide. Just sink into the earth. Let go of any tension you may have. Enjoy this moment of stillness. And I'll let you know when it's time to come back.
to wiggle your fingers and your toes, waking up the body. Maybe reach the arms up over your head, stretch out long. And then just roll over onto your right side, coming into a fetal position. Resting your right ear on your right arm, tucking the knees in towards your chest. And whenever you're ready, make your way into a comfortable seat at the top of your mat. Close the eyes. Maybe you're sitting a little bit taller, have a nice long spine. Maybe bring your hands to heart center in prayer position. Loka samasta sukhinu bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts and words and actions in my own life contribute in some way to that freedom and that happiness. The light within me sees the light within you, the peace within me sees the peace within you, and the love within me sees the love within you. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me at the virtual studio, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and rest of your